When is the right time for God to show up? When is the right time for God to come through on a promise that He has made? When is the right time for God to rescue us out of our storms, out of the chaos that could be our day to day lives that we are going through? When is the right time for God to show up? For a lot of us, we're saying the right time is now. God, I need you to show up right now. And we're saying the wrong time is later. Any other time than now is the wrong time. And we're saying, God, later is going to be too late. I need you to show up right now. So, what we have done is create a time limit. We have told God when He must come through, and when God hasn't told us when He will come through, right? We've placed a time limit on God, and when God doesn't meet up to our time limits, when God doesn't meet up to that expectation, we begin to doubt God. We begin to question God and question His character. When in real life, you didn't you when in real life God's character shouldn't be questioned because He hasn't given us any reason to question it. Rather, it's the time limit that's causing you to question God's character. And what you need to do is cast down those time limits and put your trust in God and put your trust in God's timing. God's timing sees everything. God's timing sees the future, which is one of the, we can't see the future. We can't see the future. So when it comes to our timing versus God's timing, the major difference is we don't see the future. We don't see everything else. And God's timing takes into account the future. God's timing takes into account everything. Everything that we don't see. God is specific. His timing is specific. Just because His timing, when He'll come through, is going to be when we least expect it, don't get that confused with it being random. God's timing is not random, it's specific. When He comes through, it'll be when you least expect it, but it is specific. It takes into account a lot of the things that we do not see. So you need to trust in Him and not on your own timing, because I promise you, His timing is perfect. His timing is better than your timing, and He will always come through. Wait on God. You're not wasting time by waiting on God.